This week on AUDL Train Like a Pro, I'm here with Goose Helton from the Raleigh Flyers again. I'm Chris Wykus, the Director of Performance for GamePoint Performance, and today we are going to be talking about the myth of always training high intensity without time to recover. And this is something that is kind of hits close to home with Goose because it's definitely a way that he used to train. Would I be correct in saying that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I always wanted to run faster, jump higher, so I figured I just needed to do that as much as possible. Run faster and try to jump higher all the time.
Right. Without the proper time to recover, we end up with a lot of overuse issues. You have your backs, your hamstrings, your Achilles, your knee issues. If those people were to train properly, which is another point of talking point that we use for our performance programs, they might not run into that. And also if they were to be alternating high and low intensity with their training, they might also not run into those type of problems. So what we mean by that, quickly, high intensity, 95 to 100% of best time, best effort, heaviest weight, fastest sprint. Low intensity, 75% or below. GamePoint Performance, we utilize 70% or below for most things. This allows for the recovery to happen in between our bouts of heavy lifting and heavy sprinting. So in order to do that, we have an example would be high intensity day being max sprints, power cleans, weightlifting in the gym, plyometric activities, low intensity being more aerobic work, more low intensity sprint variations, like we use a lot of tempo running, and the like. I mean, what we're trying to do with this is limit the amount of high intensity work without rest. So alternating high and low intensity, like in a chart like this, high intensity days alternated with low intensity days, as you can see. And we're trying to steer clear of always doing high intensity work because we will be limited in our performance, and then we end up stuck in this yellow zone where we're working at medium intensities all the time because we're limited with how much we can output, and then that will turn us into mediocre athletes.
Yeah. Or broken athletes. This really hits home for me, like we said. In my effort to constantly be pushing those outputs, I ended up with back pain, persistent. As a persistent injury, it would just return and return and return.
Moral of the story, make sure that you are utilizing high intensity training in order to keep pushing the limits of your performance, but alternating with low intensity days to allow you to recover. You spin around and show them what we got in the back of our shirt there. It's part of what we talk a lot about: training, recovering, and repeating.
For more information on how to do that, to get your dosages for athletic performance and balance that out, go to GamePointPerformance.com/AUDL.
I fought the war.